So Shimon, how old are you?
76.
76? That's incredible, man. Okay, enough. I don't want you, you know. Now for the moment of truth. What? No. Hold on. I'm sorry. Silly goose. I forgot. This is part 2 for this video. This is a collaboration between Scorched RC Parts, Castle Creations, and Perfect Pass to create the world's strongest RC car, quad motor, 60 horsepower RC. Now I can go back to the video. I'm sorry, I forgot. I had to put it back in the edit. Come on, silly goose. I forgot one more thing. This is how it all started in this video. What is going on today? My apologies. Ooh, let me tell you, I'm excited. Now here's the problem. So these pinions are as in as they can be. Obviously they have a nice guide here that you can actually close your set screw, which is pretty ingenious, by the way, David. Good job. So if I want to keep the stockish location, which is here, and the pinions are all the way inwards, this won't fit. Good old trusty caliber. I think we're looking at about 3.5 millimeters that we're missing. So I have a decision to make. It's either I'm moving one of those, probably the rear, 3.5 millimeters that way. The problem is that here we have countersunk holes. If those were normal holes, probably no problem. I can move each and every one of those holes 3.5 millimeters this way. But because they're countersunk, it's going to be a torture and it's just not going to work. There's just not enough room here. Let me zero out my caliper. There's just not enough room here to move it and not actually face a nightmare with those countersunk holes. I think my only option, if I want this to work, is to actually slice all my pinions in half. 2 millimeters from here, 2 millimeters from here. We're gonna have about 4 millimeters of clearance, which is more than enough, more than I need to make those two mounts actually slide and fit. Yep, and I think I know just the person for the job. So it's either it doesn't fit and I just lost 4 gears and a bunch of time, or it fits and we had a very successful, super precise, professional measuring session. So that's one motor and it should sit like so. Moment of truth. Come on. All right, ready? Let's go. Oh, it looks good. It looks good. It looks like a 3/4 millimeter or something in that nature is left. So obviously I'm super happy. This is exactly how the gears are going to sit here. Obviously I have to set up the mesh and everything, but then 2 gears will sit like so, 2 gears on the same, in the same configuration on the same side, and then a spool. Brilliant. Okay, one side is done. Let's do the other side real quick. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing after Loctiting both set screws is I'm making sure that my set screw is on the flat spot. So just enough tightness, just so I can slide it down, but it will allow me to actually spin the motor to where I want it to be. And then we're gonna go through this port here, or whatever you wanna call it. And then once our set screw is aligned, then we can actually lock the first one and then spin it around for the second one. So now that I've centered the spool exactly between all the pinions, I'm going to set up the mesh, which will probably take like 20 minutes because there are 4 of them and it's a bit tricky. You can't really set up the mesh because each motor is already connected after you did so. So kind of tricky, but we're going to do that, close that, and I'll see you guys in a minute. By the way, some of you might ask why I'm not using my own shafts, the Perfect Pass carbon fiber shafts. Now, while I really want to, and I think those are amazing, blah, 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 and I have them in all my other cars, this is a scorched build. And I'm going to stay loyal to it. Perfect Pass and Scorched are in great relationship. I'm going to stay loyal to this specific build. We said this is a scorched RC parts build, and it will have scorched drive shafts and spool. All right, let's close this one real quick. All right, so I'm extremely satisfied. I closed that little puppy here, and it's actually interesting to see after I did the mesh and all that, you can actually see the mesh between gears. So it moves like a quarter of a tooth from one to another sometimes, depends on the mesh of each individual pinion. So pretty epic. Super happy that I could sync 4 motors pulsation to be as one. Check this out. So that's something really, really good that I really, really wanted and was worried about prior to building it like that. And I'm not really sure how that sounds on video, but all right, on the next video, we're going to do some ESCs, electronics, battery, servo, radio. You know the drill. By the way, no idea how that video got 3 million views, but it did. So awesome. I'm Ralph Schifrin. I appreciate you guys. See you on the next one.